जगाएंगे तेरी वाणी शिव बाबा, हम जन जन को सुनाएंगे तेरी वाणी शिव बाबा, हम जन जन को सुनाएंगे।
Now we are sitting here. अभी हम इधर बैठे
We're
हैं।
sitting here now.
आँखों के द्वारा ये सब देखते हैं,
You're seeing everything through these eyes.
पर अंदर में
But what's happening inside?
हमारे को ये नॉलेज मिली हुई है, पर नॉलेज हमारी फीलिंग में है।
We have this knowledge, but this knowledge is embedded in our feelings. It's become a
That
feeling
I am seeing through this
that I
eyes.
am seeing through these eyes.
If I have this feeling, that means I feel, मैं महसूस करती हूँ, तो सचमुच मैं आत्मा कैसे इस बॉडी से काम लेती।
So if I have these feelings, then definitely I have realized that I am the soul and I'm making this body function.
और यह फीलिंग
And this feeling
हमारे अंदर पावर इमर्ज करेंगी,
emerges power from inside us.
जो मैं संकल्प करना चाहूँ
Whatever
वही
thought,
मेरे अंदर चलेगा और कोई संकल्प नहीं है।
and what's the power that it will generate? That I will have the power of thought under my control. Whatever thought I choose to create, I can create only that thought and no other thought will emerge.
This is the original power of soul. जैसे बाबा हम बच्चों को कहते हैं,
Just as Baba tells us children,
हम संकल्प करें मैं शुद्ध आत्मा हूँ,
I should have a thought that I am a pure soul.
हम उस एक पिता की संतान,
I am the child of that one Father,
और कोई संकल्प उसके सिवाय न उठे।
and there should be no other thought emerged except these thoughts.
परंतु हम लोग अभ्यास करते करते
But we
समझते
practice,
हैं ऐसा एक संकल्प में स्थित सारा टाइम नहीं हो सकता।
but as we practice, we feel that we can't stabilize ourselves in just this one thought all the time.
परंतु इसका मतलब कि हमने अपने को आत्मा महसूस अनुभव नहीं कर पाए।
But that means the reason why you can't stabilize yourself in that thought over a period of time, because you haven't realized yourself as the soul first.
शुरू में
In the beginning,
जब ये आत्मा की नॉलेज हम लोगों को मिली,
when we got this knowledge of the soul in the early
तो
days,
अंदर में वो लगन लग गई
then there was this deep love ignited inside,
और एक अंदर जैसे कि साइलेंस अति प्रिय लगने लगी।
and we began to develop a deep love for silence inside.
क्योंकि जब अंदर से मुझे साइलेंस है, तो उस साइलेंस में मैं विचार कर सकती हूँ।
Because when I have that silence deep inside, then from that silence I can emerge a thread of thought.
और उस साइलेंस में मुझे विचार वही आएगा जो बाबा हम बच्चों को सिखाते।
And from that silence, the only thought that will be created is the thought that the Father is teaching us, of what the Father is teaching us.
और जो मैं संकल्प जो उठेगा वो मुझे अपनी ओरिजिनलिटी की फीलिंग देता जाएगा, महसूस कराता जाएगा।
And from that place of silence, whatever thread of thoughts emerge, those thoughts will make me experience my own original stage.
तुमने प्रभु से मिला दिया, कि तुमने प्रभु से मिला दिया। तेरे कर्म इतने महान जो लगने लगे तुम्ही भगवान, हे प्राणों के प्राण।
Om Shanti. Remain constantly victorious with the awareness of the combined form of the Shaktis and the Pandavas. Just as there is the power of the Shaktis, so too there is just as much unlimited power of the Pandavas. And this is why the four-armed image has been portrayed. It is only through the combined form of the Shaktis and the Pandavas that the task of world service is successful. Therefore, constantly be cooperative with one another and constantly wear your crown of responsibility. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Welcome to Vikti Parivar. Today's day 11. Remain constantly victorious with the awareness of the combined form. Today's topic, combined form of the Shaktis and the Pandavas. Now we will listen to Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti, everyone. So many beautiful qualities of Dadi keep emerging. And wherever we sit, everyone wants to share what was their experience with Dadi. Because when they were young girls and they came and they liked knowledge, they connected with Brahma Baba, and especially with Ratanmani Dadi, because she and her mother came together. So she didn't had really any obstacles or bondage with the Lokik, because we hear so many stories where Dadis were locked in and they were not allowed to go. There was picketing, but she was not there. Her family was not creating any obstacles. Dadi was had lot of. She was kind of very stable, because she was not looking for any external attainment, any power, any position, any money, nothing, praise. She was very much content soul. So because of her contentment, she was very stable. When there is lack of contentment, lack of attainment, then mind fluctuates, intellect fluctuates. But with Dadi, she was very, very stable. And not only that, but whatever, wherever Baba wants her to go, she will go. So she was helping also in the world service. She went first to Japan, but then because of her experience of foreign land, she went to London. And 2 years she was there with very small place. Of course, there were some old Brahmins. They used to take care of her. She stayed all alone. And then Dr. Nimla went, then I went. And we stayed together for a while. Then she came back. But I appreciated her courage. And of course, she knew to speak English. Not lot, but at least she was managing. Even living alone, she managed. So we were remembering her yesterday for her role in international world service also. She came to New York many times. So when Baba is saying combined form, I can see Dadi very strong, very determined, travel alone all the way from here to USA. Isn't it very strong, right? So that's where we say combine. She was Shakti but also Pandav. Because generally sisters will say, I want someone to go with me, right? But she never said that. Many of us, even Dadi Janki, so many years she went alone. We didn't have that much money for 2 tickets, right? Even if one could go. But after sometimes now, even Jayanti always travels alone. But now sometimes she brings someone with her. So Baba is saying combined form of Shaktis and the Pandavas. Just as there is the power of the Shaktis, so too there is just as much unlimited power of the Pandavas. And this is why the four-armed image has been shown. It is only through the combined form. So Baba is reminding us through the combined form of Shaktis and the Pandavas that the task of the world service is successful. Therefore, constantly be cooperative with one another and constantly wear your crown of responsibility. A lot of people ask us, you don't feel responsible? I said, no. Baba is responsible and also it's a family, right? So in family, it automatically, I had been telling people, don't keep saying we don't have Dadi. Because everyone has grown, right? We came as teenagers, then we were in 20s, 30s. Same must be everyone, no? Now you all are 40s, 50s. So you are getting mature and older. And so in the family, it always happens the older person feels responsible, but not a burden. Doesn't say, oh, I have younger brother, sister, what to do now. You love them, you care for them, you share with them, right? So that's what for us is lightness, no heaviness about anything. And secondly, it's quite a big family, right? In Lokik family, even in small family, there could be conflict or something. But in this big family, little things here, there keep happening, right? But we have to help them to sort out, be calm, peaceful, and let's be united. Baba said, You all have to be cooperative to be successful. सबसे the most important quality is cooperation. Whatever is needed in yajna or anyone, we have to cooperate. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti Mohini Didi. So good to,
Hello.
so nice. Yes, so nice to be with you and also with my Avyakti Parivar family. So good evening and good morning.
Yeah, good. Yeah, good morning here. It's what, midday or night? Midday,
It's
right?
5 o'clock in California.
Okay, that's good.
I'm really excited about this topic of the combined form because I understood before coming into Gyan that my search would be over when I become whole and complete.
Mm.
And before, we're looking for our better half, right? So we're like two halves looking for our better self. And then we realize that's not it. To find fulfillment in someone else or in the path of bhakti or devotion, right? To find fulfillment in praying or begging or bartering. So when I came to Baba and I was explained about Vishnu, I was very excited because I was painting pictures where I saw myself as this divine masculine energy and divine feminine energy. And I knew that in order to become full and complete, I had and harmonious without anger, without animosity or frustration, to be at peace and stable, I needed to, become whole and complete. And so my teacher had told me about Vishnu, and in those days we were explained about Vishnu in the lesson. And I said, "You're kidding." And tears welled up in my eyes because it validated this journey with Baba. And so in this knowledge, Baba talks about Adi Dev, Adi Devi, that combined form. Then in the future, we have Lakshmi and Narayan. And then in the confluence age, I follow Saraswati and Brahma. And in service today, we are talking about cooperation and being responsible as being an army or a united force of the Shakti and the Pandava. So I would really like to know more about what it means to live being this combined form. I know these are all different, I guess, experiments that we can, being one even with my divine self, one with my angelic self, and of course, Shakti and Shiva. So in a practical way, Didi, how have you created in a practical way, created this form to make it real for you, the Vishnu or this combined form? Because for me, it was it made too much sense, but I haven't really figured out. I did emotionally, I could feel that. And I found that harmony. I've been with Baba and that wholeness. But could you maybe walk us through like this Vishnu form, why it's so significant and important in our spiritual development?
Actually, when we came in knowledge, the way we were explained that our aim is to become divine or Lakshmi Narayan. But in Vishnu, 4 arms, there are 4 symbols, right? Armaments. And Vishnu was shown to us as our aim object, that our aim is to inculcate or get these all four, and then what you get is two crowns, you know. So sometimes I still focus on, four is Swadarshan Chakra, spin the knowledge of self-realization, and conch is your words, always words of awakening and encouraging. Then lotus is like live in the family or wherever, but live very beyond, detached and lovely. And mace is the sign of victory and power. So if we really have all these four, we are always Swadarshan Chakradhari. Our words are always very powerful. So if we have all these four, it's like you have combined form. That means whatever is required as Shakti and whatever is required by Pandav, in these four, all the powers will come. That means Baba says, don't look at anyone. Just spin the disc of self-realization for the self. Don't be scared about anything, but your own words should be powerful. So as much we practice to have purity and power in our thoughts, words, and actions, that much we feel strong, right? So our aim and object also makes us feel combined. So that we should keep in mind. I like also the picture of Vishnu in the, they call it in the beginning, the world ocean of milk. And then Vishnu, they show in Nepal, they have a very big temple where they have, it's a kind of little pond where there is milk, and they have very big statue of Vishnu lying, and then from the navel emerging Brahma. So I think that if we look at both the positions and both Vishnu forms, I remember that when physically it happened that I couldn't travel all that. And I keep telling me, before I was Vishnu standing, and now I'm Vishnu in the pond of milk, So I always comforted myself by saying, I'm still combined, So it could be role of male, female, or it could be aim and object, and it could be our future, to reconcile with both energies, within the self and outside. Most of the brothers have a lot of respect for sisters, and sisters also value the presence of the brothers because they both have different roles to play. But Baba says you can play both the roles, Shakti and Pandav. So this is all I had been playing with it.
It makes sense, Didi, because you always remain stable. Thank you. This is really a lot of food for thought, to really, instead of looking at it as just a balance, it's a fullness, isn't it?
Integrate, yeah.
Yeah, integration, fullness, inside, outside. Another topic that's come up in Baba's Murlis a lot recently, and also tomorrow for you today, this term salvation. And I'm wondering if you could maybe elaborate a little bit on this. I think the word in Hindi is sadgati. Is that right? Sadgati? Salvation, right? Okay, good.
Jivan Mukti.
Jivan Mukti, okay, yes. Salvation would be liberation.
Liberation in life, yeah.
Liberation in life, yes. And also
they use the word gati sadgati. So gati is mukti and Sadgati is Jivan Mukti.
Okay.
They
Okay.
both words, Gati, Sadgati. As
Okay.
we say Mukti, Jivan Mukti, is something similar.
Gati and Satgati.
But what happened within few years, before they used to write translation of Sadgati as liberation in life, but within these few years they changes to salvation, and that is really in the Christianity, right? They believe in salvation, but originally the translation was Jivan Mukti. So I will explain by what is Jivan Mukti like.
Okay. That makes sense. Yeah, today's Murli for you on the 12th, Baba says that the golden age is salvation, is the Satgati.
That's Jivan Mukti,
Yeah,
golden.
makes sense. Uh-huh. So I wonder how does salvation correlate? I guess the combined form is the golden age, yeah. So that how also Baba was saying he's filling us with the sanskaras of ruling. So we're letting go of these sanskars of, asking, praying, bartering, manipulating. And wait a minute now, Baba is filling us with these sanskars of ruling so that we have dominion. So I become a sovereign of myself. So I wonder if you could say a few words about how one can fill oneself with these sanskars of ruling.
I think that if you look at since childhood, everyone wants things to be in command. They want to see things happen the way they, and you give food, will keep fighting, keep crying until he gets what is required. So always governed by their own desires. And now we know that no, that's just the mind, emotions, our desires. We have to be free from desires. But basically, ruling is desires, no? That means you want your way, only way, there is no other way. That all are negative side of the ruling, right? But then there is a positive side of ruling is you stay in your self-respect. And then whatever is right, you do it. Baba calls it self-sovereignty, right? That your sense organs, your eyes, your every organ of the body is under your control. You are ruling there. So when you start ruling as self-sovereign, then automatically you become a good example, but also then you become the ruler for the world or state, whatever. But basically, ruling begins with our own organs of the body. In negative way, there is different, positive way, it is different.
That is beautiful. Often they'll say, oh, you should be free from desires. And you're going, well, wait a minute. Don't I need to have desire to get out of bed in the morning? Don't I need a desire to be, with Baba and improve myself and do service? And ruling is desire, but that it is desire for ruling the self. Beautiful. Thank you so much, Mohini Didi. I really enjoyed this very much.
Thank you. Okay.
Okay. Om
Om
Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you. So tomorrow is Saturday and our schedule from Amrit Vela 3:30 am to 4:45 am. 6 o'clock meditation will start, followed by Hindi Avek Muli. In the afternoon, 1:30 to 3 p.m. Awake the Children class. 3 to 4 p.m. a Vyakti youth class. 6 o'clock Patti will start, followed by Hindi series, English series, and chit chat. Now let's remember Baba and take Drishti from Didi.
मन की आँखों से हर पल ही तुझको देखूं, मन की आँखों से हर पल ही तुझको देखूं। बाबा खड़े हैं पास मेरे, दिल से दुआएं मांगू। बाबा मेरे, बाबा मेरे, बाबा मेरे, बाबा मेरे।
मन की आँखों से हर पल ही तुझको देखूं, मन की आँखों से हर पल ही तुझको देखूं। बाबा खड़े हैं पास मेरे, दिल से दुआएं मांगो। बाबा मेरे, बाबा मेरे, बाबा मेरे, बाबा मेरे।
देखूं मैं जहाँ भी रूप तेरा ही सामने आए, वर्षा वरदानों की मेरे मन पे तू बरसाए। रूहानी दृष्टि दे दे, रूहानी दृष्टि दे दे, इतनी दुआएं मांगू।
मन की आँखों से हर पल ही तुझको देखूं। बाबा खड़े हैं पास मेरे, दिल से दुआएं मांगो। बाबा मेरे, बाबा मेरे, बाबा मेरे, बाबा मेरे।
पल ही तुझको देखूं मन की आँखों से, हर पल ही तुझको देखूं। बाबा खड़े हैं पास मेरे, दिल से दुआएं मांगू। बाबा मेरे, बाबा मेरे, बाबा मेरे, बाबा मेरे।
मन की आँखों से हर पल ही तुझको देखूं। मन की आँखों से हर पल ही तुझको देखूं। बाबा खड़े हैं पास मेरे, दिल से दुआएं मांगो। बाबा मेरे, बाबा मेरे, बाबा मेरे, बाबा मेरे।
Om Shanti, Om Shanti.